It's time for the new warm moon in Pisces. What an amazing time. I thought of this bowl because this is a very peaceful new moon. Welcome to this new warm moon in Pisces. My name is Astrid, and I'm dropping here with the moon messages for this beautiful, amazing time period. Now, this new moon comes in, depending on where you live, it'll be 11:30 p.m. tomorrow night Pacific Standard Time. So it's coming in on the East Coast in the wee hours of the morning on Monday. So I am calling this 2:20 because literally 30 minutes later we'll be into the next day. This Pisces new moon is about possibility. It's about the bright light of clarity. It's about finding that bright light of clarity in your life. Now, Pisces is a water sign. So unlike Scorpio and Cancer, so Cancer has the shell around the crab, and then Scorpio has like a shell-like coating on the outside of it, kind of a protective garb. But Pisces is fully exposed to everything, all of the human emotions, of empathy and deep thought, as well as destruction. So think of manifestation, think of intuition, mysticism, compassion. Spirituality is a big thing when it comes to Pisces. Altruism, empathy, sensitivity. The next time someone says that, oh my gosh, you're so emotional, say thank you, because our emotions are part of our guiding system, right? Think generosity, warmth, optimism, clear-sightedness, and spiritual connection. Pisces is also the sign of unconditional love, romance, oneness, and there's a secret side to Pisces, just like the other water signs. You know, there's a lot that Pisces put out, but there's a lot that they keep revealed as well. This is a signature of water signs. Pisces are interested in what lies behind the scenes. They're not comfortable or just okay with what's on the surface. They want to see what's behind the scenes. Pisces are famous for being able to feel the big picture in life. They don't just get stuck in the minute. They love to see a broader vision of things. So think of stream of consciousness, but think of psychic ability. This is a time that your psychic ability will be heightened. If you can feel it, this is a more solitary new moon versus being an outward. When I think of Pisces, I think of the word peace. Now, what's interesting is I really don't know that many Pisces. I have a lot of Aquarians in my life, a lot of Scorpios, a lot of Cancers, even Sagittarius. But Pisces, I don't have that many in my life. And think about how many Pisces you have in your life. I think it's part of their etherealism, you know. But the Pisces that are in my life are very important to me. Two of my dear friends are Pisces, and my boyfriend is Pisces. I also have my rising sign in Pisces, so I understand Pisces. So the mantra for Pisces is, I believe. Pisces believes in everything. And I keep talking about the idea that I'm going to see a unicorn. This is going to be the year that I actually see a unicorn. But Pisces holds the space for everything to be included, the possibility, okay? The key word for Pisces is intuition, connecting in with the third eye. So I am very drawn to fluorite. I've got my fluorite collection. I've got my mushroom here, my fluorite mushroom. I got quite the collection going. I've got a fluorite heart, of course. Heart shapes are my jam. I've got this beautiful unstructured piece of fluorite here. I've got a nice polished unstructured piece of fluorite as well. I've got my sphere. So fluorite represents the three, to me, really integral chakras: the heart chakra, the throat chakra, and the third eye chakra. And these are qualities that Pisces energy is concerned with. So your higher level, living from your heart, speaking your truth, and seeing beyond what your eyes can see, tapping into your imagination. This all reminds me of Pisces. I've got my Pisces, obelisk here. I've got this little tree that has a fluorite base on it, and I love my fluorite Buddha. I got this last year. So excited to have that. And then I just have a nice big slab of fluorite. This is probably one of the biggest, largest pieces of fluorite I've ever purchased. So green is the color of the heart. It's the color of growth and opportunity. So Pisces is ruled by Jupiter and Neptune, 2 planets. The idea is in modern astrology, Neptune is assigned to Pisces, where in traditional astrology, Jupiter is assigned to Pisces. Since I don't know very many Pisces personally, I thought it'd be fun to look into some famous Pisces. So some famous Pisces are Harry Belafonte, Drew Barrymore, Rihanna. I was like, wow, no wonder she's so creative and beautiful. Justin Bieber, love me some Justin Bieber, super talented. Steve Jobs, Shaquille O'Neal, what a talent, what an amazing talent. Wanda Sykes, funny as ever. Queen Latifah, the queen. Nina Simone, Elizabeth Taylor, what an amazing beauty, and Olivia Wilde. These are famous Pisces, and if you look at this list, it's just a few of them. Amazing talents and amazing, careers and things that they brought to this planet. All right, let's get into the biggest energetic news that's happening. There are no retrogrades, so we are done with retrogrades still, so we still can feel this peace. This peace is really in. There is a Pisces stellium happening. What is a stellium? A stellium is when 3 or more planets are in the same sign at the same time. The Sun, Venus, and Neptune are all sitting in Pisces right now. So it's very concentrated energy whenever you have a stellium in any kind of planet or any kind of sign. I have a stellium in Sagittarius, and boy, does it come through. It's like it says, the energy is concentrated for sure. But a Pisces stellium can really activate your third eye. Again, why I am using my fluorite during this time to help activate my third eye. Pisces is also the last sign of the zodiac. So the idea is, with Pisces being the last sign of the lunar year, it gets to watch. Pisces gets to see all the other 11 signs go through their struggles or ups and downs, make their mistakes. And so Pisces comes out as being very, very wise. They usually have retain and understand a lot of information. Pisces is very knowledgeable, very, very spiritual. So Neptune rules the 12th house of the conscious mind. Right now, Uranus is conjunct Venus. This is considered big news because a conjunction is when planets are working together. So Uranus and Venus working together brings about a lot of love and support, I want to say, in what you want to envision in your dreams. Venus is exalted in Pisces, which means that it has a lot of energy behind it. Venus is about worldly pleasure. Neptune is taking that pleasure to the higher octave. But it's very dreamy to have both of these planets in Pisces. The moon, since it's coming in on Monday, early Monday is at its peak energy. So Monday is also governed, the day Monday is governed by the moon. This is the last new moon in Pisces that will be free of Saturn energy until 2026. So in March, we'll have Saturn moving in. You know, Saturn is the planet of rules and regulations. So this is the last time to really enjoy, to freely try and play and explore before that Saturn energy comes and starts to put down some ground rules, so to speak. I wanted to spend a little moment on Uranus because Uranus is such an ethereal planet. I've been talking about Uranus since January, February, and going into March, it'll play a big part. This piece comes from an article by Nylon, and the author is Layla Halabian. And I thought this was so beautiful explanation of Uranus. As a planetary archetype, Uranus is the avatar of change. It rules Aquarius, a sign of progress in human collectivity, and acts to kick you out of your personal melodrama and launch you into the larger human story. Uranus strikes without subtlety, like the big bad wolf blowing your house down. Often Uranus will kick off a latent genius, firing off synapses of inspiration which must be answered immediately, no matter what duties you previously had. In all circumstances, Uranus will never tolerate complacency or stagnation. It will force change either by lighting up your nervous system like a Christmas tree, or initiating bizarre accidents which jolt you to alertness, or forcing catastrophes which break up the inertia of life as you knew it. Uranus is the elevated form of Mercury, and both tricksters have a way of wreaking havoc until you pay attention. But it's rarely chaos at your expense. These planets are trying to wake you up and lead you to your higher potential. If your life isn't working, count on Uranus to F with you until you make some changes. The placement of Uranus in your chart will reveal your relationship with chaos. So I wanted to read that about Uranus. Uranus is one of the planets in my chart. And when you find out where Uranus is in your chart, because Uranus is such an important thing, as she says, it's about the chaos and finding that depth within us. So I highly recommend, as you come into this new moon, to look up where your aspects are in Uranus in your chart. Let's get into the numerology. This is the fourth new moon sitting at 1 degree. 1 in the tarot is a 6 of Cups, which is known as the Lord of abandoned success. So this time, this new moon is about abandoning the worldly accoutrements and going inward. It's about abandoning and really stepping away, like pausing. February is the second month, so which is a number 2. 2 is the number of nurturing. 2 puts things in motions. It's also the number of peace, balance, partnership. It's about spiritual balance in particular. So since this is coming in on the 20th day, that also reduces to 2. So there's a lot of partnership and cooperative energy coming in. Main themes, think of galactic consciousness, because Pisces is concerned with waking themselves up and waking up the world. Think of a stream of consciousness. This is where we can experience fluidity, especially if you have a strong meditation practice. Because new moons are about bringing out energy and bringing that energy back to ourselves rather than externally focused. That's why the moon is dark and we can't see it, because it's asking us to look in. See this new moon as new moons represent as a fresh start, a new chapter, and approach in the spring season. We are shown over and over every month we get a chance to start anew with the full moon. It starts with tapping into what we intuitively feel we should do. This moon is about rebirthing and cleansing away the old. It's also about taking a deep breath. Find yourself breathing deeper, finding yourself pausing, finding yourself taking that next big breath and exhaling it out. This is more about being more than doing. This is a key law of manifestation. So Piscean energy asks us to feel what we are feeling, because the feeling is tied to our wanting and our deepest desire, and it is considered the biggest attractor of bringing in what we want. It's important during this time to remember that we're allowed to dream and believe and wonder and wander in our minds and heart without worrying about what it means. It is to have faith in ourselves and trust that we have the capacity to know. Pisces, represented by the symbols of the fish, ruled by Neptune, the planet of illusion, spirituality, karma, dreams, and personal wishes and matters. Pisces are wired wired, in quotes, to swim in the deep waters. And they start with their own emotions and foibles. Pisces likes to get into complex thinking of how they're thinking because they're major empaths and they feel things. So they want to feel things first and then they come around. Pisces feel things in their skin, their bones, and in their bodies. And they do this in order to get to the deep heart of the matter. Key messages for this Pisces new moon. The exhaustion and fatigue that you're feeling are real. We're going through really huge shifts in the planet right now, so honor your body's needs for mental rest, energetic rest. This Pisces energies allows us to feel more peaceful and more purpose without shame that you're going through difficulties. So more people are becoming activated and awakened on the planet. More people are understanding why they are here and finding a way to bring their gifts and finding their roles in an energetic form and how they can use it on this planet. We are known as the ushering generation because, again, we're into the age of Aquarius. So when this shift is happening, it is tough for us because we're already so used to the 3D energy, but we have to become accustomed to this 5D energy. So if you're having problems with wakefulness, not sleeping, we're going through a very magical and intense shift in the planet. What to do during this new moon in Pisces? Be in your heart more. Learn how to use your intuition above thought. Pisces helps us connect with source and light. So it's important for you to physically stay in balance by drinking more water, being near water whenever you can. And it's a time to let the tears flow. Let the tears flow. Be by lakes, streams, oceans. Take an extra moment in the shower. Take deep, rich, healing, herb-infused baths. Because Pisces energy invites us to explore our innermost fantasies and desires. Get grounded. Get grounded by going barefoot in your home, stepping outdoors, and also check in with your gut health because Pisces is the feeler sign. So your gut is your high level of emotions. Make sure that your gut health is in check. Take time to actually think and be introspective. Invite stillness in your life for just a few moments daily. Take a pause and look out the window, stare at the birds, the trees, or just even lay down and close your eyes for just a few minutes. Engage in activities that help you concentrate. Take time to rest and watch and record your dreams during this time, during this next 2 weeks. So we're entering Pisces season on the same day that this new moon is coming in. So watch your dreams, pay close attention to your dreams and record them. February energy update. Not a lot going on. Like I said, it's a very quiet time. So welcome this peace. Black History Month is still going on. It's a beautiful time to celebrate Black History Month. Target did an outpost or in-post in their stores where they have merchandise by African American and Black artists. All of them are Black-owned businesses, and I applaud Target for doing that. I bought the most amazing bag, which I'll show upcoming at some stage in another post. It's still International Spiritual Teachers Month, so send your favorite spiritual teacher a note of thanks, of gratitude, or just send your love to that person. So 2/18, today, Pisces season started. We have our new moon in Pisces. I love this quote from Sarah Vibra. She's on Instagram. She is on YouTube. I love her channels. Quiet, sacred, grace-filled new moon. A quiet moment of grace. One is like a fresh sheet of paper. This new moon is happening as we are on the verge of upcoming shifts. It is an important time to have a quiet moment and the to-do list to just be set aside. It is a moment to let go of your ambitions. Your ambitions are valid. to experience our preferences and dreams, but it's a great time to have a moment to not control and just be here. And just hear the sound of your own breath and voice. This is a time of personal sovereignty. As again, people are waking up to their own power. We are all waking up and realizing the power that we have individually, and we're no longer relying on a politician or a CEO or a king or a president, a priest, a rabbi, or any of those folks to be our saviors. We realize only we have the power to save ourselves. The more sovereign you become, the more energetically evolved you become. Now you can start connecting with your own internal compass, and that internal compass will lead the way, and you don't have to follow anyone else. Pisces is asking us to learn to trust the guidance that comes from within. And do not be afraid to make mistakes, even if you take a wrong turn. Any manifestation requires change from the status quo to an acceptance of an uncertainty that comes along with manifestation. Again, this is a great time of possibility, shining a bright light of clarity, psychic abilities. Remember, Pisces is a sign of I believe. First and foremost, believe in yourself, and you will get in that frequency and others will follow suit. Thank you so much for joining me on this ethereal, soothing, beautiful, warm, sacred Pisces new moon. And I'll see you in the next new moon when we talk about the full moon. Thank you so much. Have a great weekend. Namaste.